I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to get to before making this video, but a lot of you that are fans of Ren, the Renegades, have recommended me to actually go and watch the. I think it was like more of kind of like a little mini podcast episode of Ren explaining the details between what happened with him and KUJO and the entire KUJO Beats situation and the story behind why he made KUJO Beat Down, which we're going to be getting into that in a minute here, which is also the reasoning behind why I am actually making this video right now instead of waiting a little bit, giving my first initial reaction of Sick Boy to Breathe, is because I actually wanted to get my thoughts out on this one in particular when it comes to a lot of the drama that conspires between a lot of these people between industries like this, and it's very, in my opinion, disgusting, the absolute greed that has really perspired between these from more of the KUJO side anyway. Now it's just unfathomable that somebody could have this absolute like disgusting amount of greed in a way. But it doesn't surprise me at all with a lot of how from what I've heard, how the industry is in music and trying to get your art out there and everything. So yeah, I just had to get this video out here. I want to show my full reaction of KUJO Beat Down because I'm expecting this one to go super crazy, and I'm pretty much continuing releasing this as a more of an emergency release because one, I actually literally got done listening to that little episode of Ren explaining the drama between them, so I want to get this down while everything's still fresh in my mind, while I'm able to fully articulate everything that I am able to do with the song and the knowledge in hand. But either way, that's enough yapping for now. Let's get to the song because I'm expecting a super crazy one. Yeah, you can really tell the difference in these in this hyperventilation between this and Sick Boy.
Trying to be the person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out there test me, and I'm trying to find the path to forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't highway number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope that can't talk from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just
okay. There's gonna be a lot of pauses here because that's there's a lot to break down the song. Looking at the drama beforehand, you can tell that he's really releasing a lot of his frustrations with the situation that happened between him and KUJO in particular. And I had a comment on my last video talking about the hyperventilation parts where, like in the song in the beginning, you can actually tell the big difference between each of them. Like if you put them side by side, you could probably do this yourself in the video. I just in editing it's a little weird with doing that and trying to compare and contrast, but you can really tell the difference between the hyperventilation between that and this one. And also it is a little sad that the version of Sick Boy that I got, unfortunately, from my interpretation, just isn't actually the original release of what Ren intended, due to a lot of that drama that went on between him and KUJO, and all the licensing issues with the specific beat that he purchased from the website and everything. And also in this one, again, he does a lot of really intricate stuff with his music, with those very sharp sounds in the background. It almost gives you that horror-esque movie feeling of the crescendo, or the moment where something truly bad is about to happen. And again, with with how he's able to portray himself in the music video itself. You can really see in his facial expressions how he's really portraying the anger on his face. So I don't know if he has any background training in that regard, but he does really well with it, as he's done with a lot of his other songs like Sick Boy and Hyren. He really is able to get the facial expressions down to actually show anger, or if he's representing like the inner monologue in his head when it comes to a lot of the mental illness and things that he's dealt with and everything, and he really portrays it super, super good. So overall, I've never watched one of his videos and not been impressed by the ability for him to play out the parts that he acts, but also his vocal capabilities, the beat quality that he makes, the instrumentals that he plays around with, and how he's able to actually like make you feel the exact emotion that it seems he really wants you to feel. And I think it's not a super rare quality, but at the same time, to do it to the level, to the quality, to the degree that he does, it's just almost unrivaled. Now, luckily, we're getting a lot more independent artists out there now that are able to really be flexible with their music. So hopefully, we're gonna see a lot more of this. I've been looking at more guys and more independent artists in particular and they just excel in what they do, and it's just absolutely amazing. Hopefully, as a metalhead, I would like to see more of the rock and metal industry do this kind of thing, because now a lot of you, to be fair, a lot of you did comment and say, okay, yeah, Rage Against the Machine or Metallica, Slipknot, and that is fair. They do touch on a lot of different issues, and I think more of my frustration is with more recent metal in a whole and all that with that case scenario, but that might be the topic for another video. But either way, it's it is done in metal just as a summarization. It's probably not done to the degree that I think it's done in rap, if that makes sense. Again, if you think I'm wrong, maybe I'm missing something, you can drop a comment below. But let's get to this, because there's so much. There's gonna be a lot to touch on here, and I just can't wait to hear the rest of this song.
This ain't pendulums or songs of hope that can't talk from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale.
Yeah, he's really portraying with the camera right there.
Just wait a sec, cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know that art is a part of your heart, so you're upset. But this hate breeds hate, please wait, geez, when I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen.
Ooh, still a lot to touch on there. So you seen what he did with the camera to really portray the choking or the suffocation part, which I think was a really excellent thing to really include in the video. He does a lot of stuff with recording that I even think some people that are longtime videographers probably would not really think about, or he really plays around with a lot of, it seems, more techniques that are, I guess, Hollywood or super high professional level that some people wouldn't, I guess, other music videographers or even YouTubers wouldn't think about. Certainly myself, some of these angles that he does, I wouldn't even fathom even knowing, or not knowing, but a lot of it is stuff you really have to manually think about in the moment, or you have to do a lot of manual input to know how to do that. And it's really challenging, honestly, in my opinion, to think to that actual level, especially when you're going through multiple different sessions of recording, and then you gotta get the production down and making sure that or maybe you do something in post editing as well. You catch something and think, oh, maybe I could do that, but it just seems like it comes really natural to him. So I just I can't give him enough credit as it is, and I honestly I just talk a lot more about his work in particular than I do about a lot of other musical artists that I do, because there's so much body in his songs, if that makes sense. There's a lot of different contents, a lot of different context, and he's really nailing it with expressing the full context of the situation between how his song was really did dirty in a way, and also just I guess directing his emotions in a way that really let you know what he's feeling in the moment. And again, the instrumentals are just crazy. I don't know if a lot of people feel this way about music, or you experience it somewhere in the body in a certain way, but you like those mini crescendos. I can really feel like back here just doing something. It's absolutely nuts.
Boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy.
Yeah,
you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen.
Yeah, you can feel that back here.
Fuck it.
Oh boy.
Hey KUJO, please don't try to struggle, hear me out. See, I'm on your side really. Well, I was, till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral, little Jimmy, of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take, and still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by, poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
Okay, we just took it. This is gonna I don't know how dark of a turn this is gonna take, but it's going super crazy, and he is very heavily dramatizing this in a way that I think would probably rival a lot of TV shows. I mean, with the way he brings I'm assuming this person's is representing KUJO, but bringing him out on a chair, very interesting. Interesting choice, interesting design, and I think it really nails down it nails down his thoughts in a way that really shows it shows and it doesn't tell, is what I think is making sense here. So I think this song itself, probably it's really meant to be consumed with the music video in mind, and not something just by itself, because just hearing the lyrics, you probably wouldn't you could probably digest what's going on, or you could digest the hidden meaning behind it, but the music video really nails it down. And I like how he's also pretty dramatic with walking around with his hands behind his back. It almost gives me that Walking Dead Negan traumatized version of how he carries himself, like the one that's in control, and that like I can do anything now that I'm in this position of power and you're powerless, and I'm gonna talk as long as I want, and I'm gonna act in a way that I want, and also it does it does show that aspect of again, like his inner thoughts, and the issue with as he's talked in High Rent about dealing with psychosis, because there can be a lot of dark thoughts when it comes to that whole issue, and it's just nuts. The way that he plays that part out too. honestly, if I didn't, well, I don't know what his background is, but I I would probably assume, just looking at this from an outsider perspective, that he probably has like some experience with acting, or maybe stage type stuff, or maybe it's just personal experience. Maybe it's doing a lot of, maybe it's just doing take after take after take, and then finally getting it nailed down. A lot of independent studies as well, because it, I don't think there's a lot of people that can do that level of acting, or like stage play, that really nails it down the weight that he does. So probably could be talent, could be pure practice, could be any number of things. I mean, people gain a lot of skills nowadays outside of actual professional training, of course. But absolute freaking cinema, man. Okay, what?
They feel so hard done by. Poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
Oh man.
Shut up, slut. You said enough. I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough.
Must be
You're a
KUJO's
bitch, man.
girl.
What the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme. I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know. I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad. I love to spank the greedy. Feel me? I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares. See me? I'm the sick boy that you enslave. Free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you mean?
Bit of a side editing thing there. I noticed that he does that. He does that quite a bit with I can't remember if he did it a lot in Hey Ren, but he did do it with Sick Boy quite a bit. The jump cuts back and forth between really different contrasting shots. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to portray with that, but I think it is something that really it grabs the viewer's attention. All hyper edited cuts do just tend to grab people's attention. It's something very innately human, that you're very attracted to things that jump around, or that you get contrasting images where something crazy happens and then it goes back to normal. So I think he does it on purpose to help and get a little more viewer engagement with the video. And also, again, with his acting and how he's really playing into the aspect of his inner thoughts, and he's channeling his anger. And again, he's being so super dramatic with it. I think I don't know if a lot of people have seen mental illness to this degree. I've seen a little bit here and there, not in a super experienced way, but this is quintessentially how you would portray somebody with like those psychosomatic traits, or how they would probably act in more of a dramatic fashion. I guess that's the best way to put it. And he really knows how to deliver it to the fullest extent, which is just crazy. Now, when he pulled in the woman on screen, obviously that's showing off. That's representing KUJO's girlfriend and everything, and really, he's just going balls to the wall with everything in this video to fully represent the situation. And I think it's rightly justified, in my opinion, because they did him freaking wrong, man. They just trying to go after him, and they did for the money, for something that he paid for, but then also using something that they didn't also have the rights to. it's a hot, messy battle, and that I can understand why he would have the frustrations to the degree that he does.
You enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief
Okay, yeah, you can hear the layering in his voice too there, right there.
Teeth you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy works, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter, he's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch, if a girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Kujo, boo-hoo.
Oh, he is throwing shade with this one.
Then this is only part one, it's even worse than part two.
This is another absolutely crazy video, and just a super laid to bear raw song that I don't even think I could actually touch on everything in the video. It's so sometimes I miss stuff, sometimes I'm looking for specific things in a song that I think might be coming up. So again, I might miss things, but either way, wow, it's almost left me speechless in terms of how Ren has expressed himself in just quality with vocals, the quality with the edits and recording, and then also production as well, which him being a independent artist, I'm assuming either he does a lot of that himself, or he probably has somebody on the back end working alongside him to get that stuff edited out and everything, because some of those cuts are really crazy. And then the ending of the song with him just flipping the lights off was I think a really good touch on really ending that video itself. Just a cutout of the vocals, really showing Anna itself without being too overly graphic with the video. Just showing the amount of drama that goes on. I mean, you do have people out there that are super greedy, like in terms of how they're gonna go after you for if in this case, like Ren blew up and that his song Sick Boy got a lot of attention, and then with Kujo coming after him for money just because the video itself started getting a lot of views, the song itself was getting super popular, and it's a real world thing. It's a real thing that happens, that people will come after you for money just because you have it, or maybe they gave you something and then you turned it into something bigger that started getting you a lot of attention, started really gaining you a lot of traction and money, and then they come in and they want a slice of that cake or a slice of the pie, or whatever you may say with that. And yeah, it's just overall really excellent. And again, I had to make this video just coming off of watching that, because otherwise a lot of that stuff's gonna slip my mind, and then getting to the back of it. Now I am a lot of you are suggesting some of his other works with the Big Push. I'm gonna get to that. I was actually gonna do that before I started recording this video, but then as soon as I watched that little episode of him breaking down the situation, I knew that I had to get this out here, get it recorded while my thoughts are still fresh and everything. But trust and believe, I'm getting to it. But either way, yeah, I'm gonna call it here, because there's one, I've got a lot of other works to get to, and two, I think I've summarized a lot of what's going on with that situation in this video here. I may have missed something. If you think I missed something, again, let me know in the comments below, because there's just a lot to digest with this songs, and I'm honestly, I might think, man, why didn't I say that in the video when it was playing? But Either way, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. I'm going to be checking out more Ren in the future. A lot of you guys really love him. And future albums going forward, future songs going forward. Super big fan at this point. But either way, see you in the next one.